And a pleasant good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Judson University, home of the I-90 Invite. And we're just a few moments away for yet another elimination game here from our championship field. As we said, on the campus of Judson University in Elgin, Illinois. It's going to feature the Palatine Stingrays as the home team, the higher seed coming into this one, the 2 seed as a matter of fact, and the Homer Heat. And we're just about ready to go as Sam Mahoney is going to start things up now for the Heat. It is Courtney Kubek, the lefty, pitching for the Palatine Stingrays. And we've got a 1-0 count to start things up here as Mahoney, the leadoff hitter, eyes the next pitch. That one is fouled away, up and over the backstop, into the trees, possibly into the Fox River, which is just adjacent to the fields here at Judson University. Thanks for tuning in on what became a tape delay. We lost our internet access here at Judson University. We tried to use our hotspot, and we used up 50 gigabytes of data over the course of about 2 games, as that next pitch by the lefty Kubek is a strike. 1-2 the count on Mahoney. And the 1-2 on the way by Kubek, as that one is tapped foul. Smaller crowd behind the backstop now. A lot of fans are sitting up on the hill, which is behind where we're at on the press box. If you're looking at that shot at the backstop, would be to the left, up and over to the hill. There you go. You can see Kubek there. And then that grass that goes up. 1 ball, 2 strikes, as that one by Mahoney is tapped right back to Kubek. The lefty collects and fires to first for the first out. So score that one 1-3. A little tapper back to the mound. Was nonstop baseball, the baseball field that you see just on the top third of your screen right there. But it's all softball out here now, as that first one is swung on and taken, or excuse me, swinging, missing for a strike. That's Gray that's hitting. Juliana Gray. On our data sheet here that we had the players fill out, she puts down that her favorite movie is The Outsiders, which is also my daughter's favorite movie. I think that's a middle school standard, reading that novel. She also says that she'd like to be a photographer when she grows up, and will be going to Lockport High School. Here's the 2-1 by Kubek. That one is fouled straight back into the net and will drop back on the field. And my daughter, who's helping run the scoreboard here, has just come into the room. This player that's hitting right here, favorite movie? The Outsiders. I knew she'd like that. 2-2 the count, 1 out. Top of the first. You're joining us here in the early action, as that one by Kubek is up and in. Evens the count at 2-2, and the lights are starting to come on here at the softball field at Judson University. You know, this was the former home of the Chicago Bandits from the National Pro Fast Pitch League. This is before they moved to Rosemont, as that one swinging through for strike 3. Kubek picks up her first strikeout. Now the NPF is no more. Next hitter for the Heat is 29, Leah Burnt. Says she wants to be a doctor. Had a few doctors that we've seen on our data sheets here, but by far the most popular occupation or career has been teacher. So that's kind of cool, as a high school teacher. That one on the outside corner for a strike, and quickly Kubek Fires that one in there and evens up the count at 1-1. Next one on the way. That one is there. And strike 3 as we missed one in there. Kubek picks up 2 consecutive strikeouts there, 1 swinging and 1 looking as she sends Leah Burnt back to the dugout and retiring the side in order. And that is going to send the Stingrays to the plate for the first time in this game here today. Stingrays wearing the red and blue Homer Heat. They've got the black pants, I guess you'd call it maroon socks, and the white pinstripe jerseys. Thanks for being here. We appreciate all of our sponsors. Custom Heating and Cooling of Chicagoland is our tournament sponsor here, as you see the banner up there in the upper left of the screen. And here's our friends from Custom Heating and Cooling. For all your heating or cooling needs, sales and installation, or 24-hour emergency service, visit customheating.com. Powered by Bryant, whatever it takes. Air conditioning has come in handy these last couple of weeks. We've had some warm weekends, but things are going to cool off considerably overnight. We've got some rain expected. So we get a good chance there to see some of the Stingrays. For some of these teams, it's their 3rd game of the day. Actually, both of these teams, this is their 3rd game of the day. We play 2 elimination games here on Saturday, and then the rest of the tournament winds down tomorrow. They tell us that this field can take a lot of rain, and it's been dry, so I think we're going to find out. Bottom of the 1st inning here. Stingrays up to bat. That's going to send number 25, Skylar Spidali. Hope we're saying that right. She's going to be a lawyer someday, so I better figure it out as that first pitch is taken for a strike. It's spelled S-P-E-D-A-L-E. Speed dial, almost. Next one on the way. That one is 1 hop to second base, fires over to first, and we get the out. I'll tell you about our pitcher here in just a second for the Heat. She wears number 77. That's Bryn Ballantyne. She's going to be going to Lincoln Way West. So we've got a pretty diverse crop of high schools that we've seen, as that one there is in the dirt taken for a ball. One out, bottom of the 1st. Next one on the way, swung through for a strike. This is J.J. Wirtz. How about this? Favorite movie? Breakfast Club. You are officially in my cool book. Nicely done. She's going to be going to Elk Grove High School. As that one is tapped, going to be a roller, a swinging bunt. That's going to get her on base. That's a base hit. And wait a minute. Let's see. Did the umpire say it was a foul ball? No. All right. I think the Heat are making that argument that it might have hit her foot. And if you're watching on YouTube, you have the benefit of your own replay. So did the umpire get it right? Next hitter for the Stingrays, that one has popped up to second base. That was Kate Cartwright. And Cartwright is the 2nd out of the inning. J.J. Wirtz reached on that swinging bunt. Next one is swung through there. Power swing by Liv Tipton. She will be headed to Palatine High School in a couple of years. That one is grounded to third underneath the glove, but stopped by the shortstop and kept the ball on the infield, so no extra bases on the glove error there at third base. So Tipton reaches. Pitch on the way is taken for a strike. Quick snap back throw to the pitcher. And this is number 9, Melton. Taylor Melton wants to be in the WNBA. Next pitch, ball outside. Two outs in the bottom part of the first inning. Next pitch is taken high. 2 runners on. Wirtz at second. Tipton at first. Next pitch on the way to Melton. That one is also high, just out of the zone. As you see Wirtz there leading off second base. Part of that cat and mouse game that takes place in softball, which is such a quicker game than baseball. I have quickly become a fan of softball after coaching high school baseballs. We've got a hit by, nope, that was a straight walk as that pitch was just inside. So Melton reaches on a walk. And just like that, the bases are loaded. But after coaching high school baseball for 17 years, freezing to death in the winter, or the spring, a.k.a. winter, and seeing the softball players play a whole game in under an hour and a half, and then coaching travel softball, I have quickly become a fan. Gianna Demos is in there now for the Stingrays. Ball gets by the catcher. We're going to have our first run of the game, and one gets by the pitcher, but quickly defended and picked up by number 18, Leanna Young, who peeled off of first base and kept that one from trickling further into the infield. So 1-0 game here on the pass ball, wild pitch. Pitch on the way, taken for a strike right on the outside corner. And strike 3 taken there. And that's going to retire the side for the Palatine Stingrays. So after one full inning, it is 1-0. The Stingrays plating a run on the pass ball, wild pitch, whatever you would score it at home. And that's going to give me a chance to tell you about our season sponsor, the Bear Family McDonald's, proud supporters of our community since 1967. Visit one of their area 35 McDonald's locations today or stop by online at bearfamilyrestaurants.com. All right, Kubek out there in the circle for the Stingrays. She retired the heat in order in the top of the first inning and also recorded, 2 strikeouts. And we'll see who's going to lead off here for Homer Heat. It looks like Severs, who is a fan of the movie A League of Their Own. And we'll also be going to Lockport High School. So special thanks for the Homer Heat coming up here and competing this weekend. And thanks for tuning in if you're watching this game later on YouTube. Kubek collects and throws the first one high for a ball. Long day for both of these teams. Likely had played games earlier in the morning, and here they are 10 hours later duking it out to see who's going to survive another day and make it to Elimination Sunday tomorrow. In this, the 2023 edition of the I-90 invite. There's some of those Homer Heat players there briefly, and back we are to Kubek. The strong lefty delivers and throws another strike there. The count now 1-2. Next pitch by Kubek is up and out of the zone, but swinging in strike 3 is Severs. And that's the first out of the half inning. So Kubek, just like that, picks up her 3rd strikeout. And our next heat hitter is in there as she fouls that one straight back. And if it wasn't for that net, we might have had a chance at catching that one. It's Matthews up there. Lizzie Matthews. Her favorite movie is Happy Gilmore. All right. Some of these girls are like the classics. Yes, I called Happy Gilmore a classic. Kubek fires another strike on the outside corner. Kubek likes to work fast, it looks like. She gets that ball, gets her sign, and goes. And it looks like the catcher's calling the game out there. So no monkey business looking at any wrists or any signs like that. That one just off the edge of the plate. Maybe a little bit high. Look at Courtney there. She's like, excuse me, sir. I would have liked that strike. But it's 1-2 nonetheless. The delivery. That one is swung on and fouled off to the right side. As the lights are just starting to kind of take over a little bit here as the sun descends behind the clouds at 6:15. Usually doesn't get dark for another couple hours, but it is starting to get overcast here as you get a chance to see some of the sky here at Judson University. Some of the, I don't know, I guess you might call it classic type architecture here. A lot of brick buildings, some with pillars. Nice little campus nestled between Route 90 and Route 31 in Elgin, right next to the Fox River. Next delivery is up and in. Ducking underneath it is Matthews. And that brings the count full. Again, I like the pace that Kubek has established here. She gets the ball, gets her sign, and goes. That pitch there. Strike three on the outside corner, and the fourth strikeout for Kubek. She is rolling. Believe she's a pitching student of Ken Kraus, a pretty popular pitching instructor in the area. A couple of our players visit the same pitching instructor. So, Courtney, if you're watching this later, make sure Coach Ken gets a chance to see this as she throws another first pitch strike in there. It's Maddie Barber up for the Heat. Says her favorite movie is Box Trolls. Another swing and a miss. So ahead in the count, 0-2 is Kubek, who's looking for her fifth strikeout. That is a fantastic start for this young lady, the young lefty. The 0-2. Swung on and missed, strike three. That is strikeout number 5 for Kubek. How about that? She's having a night out there in the circle. So at the end of an inning and a half, or excuse me, one full inning, we've got the Palatine Stingrays with a 1-0 lead. Thanks again for being here, watching. I understand, I mentioned this in the last game, that the players really like watching these replayed games, which is kind of cool. And with the ability to do some kind of on-the-fly edits on YouTube and create your own clips, hey, maybe you'll go viral, who knows? And we got to tell you about one of our friends, Daryl Barnes from Daryl Barnes Photography. For portraits, family and graduation photos, sports team photos, and more, contact Daryl Barnes Photography at darylbarnes.com. Now, have you ever seen those banners that all the softball teams bring to fields? That's the kind of stuff that Daryl does. He gets the team in those power poses and puts explosions and fire and lightning and whatever you want behind your team. He did that for our team. Does a lot of graduation photos. Just a super photographer, super nice guy. He'll show up to your location or practice and do all that fancy stuff for you. As Sigmeyer now is going to come up to plate, and one of the many future anesthesiologists that we've seen here this weekend. For whatever reason, a lot of people want to be a teacher or an anesthesiologist. There's a lot of them on here. A couple lawyers, some authors, a couple people want to pursue the career in professional sports, which would be awesome. A little change of pace there from Heat pitcher Palatine. Pitch is outside. Some of the chants coming out of the dugouts there. It's been a full day of that as Sigmeyer is in there, the left-handed hitter. Takes that pitch inside for a strike. And Palatine has got the count evened up at 2-2. Palatine with the delivery. Where's number 77? Hey, that was the year I was born. Probably shouldn't have revealed that. But again, you can't see me, so you don't know how old or young I look. And ball 4 taken there at the plate. Good at bat there for Sigmeyer as she picks up the second walk for the Stingrays. And that's going to bring up Taylor Moser, who wants to be a financial advisor. Now that's helpful if you've actually got money, of which I have none. And she takes the first pitch for a strike. Interesting to see what tactic Coach Melton takes here. Is he going to try to small ball it and move the runner over with no outs, or is he going to let his players swing and try to do damage that way early? Second pitch is taken for a ball. 1-1 the count, as Moser taps that one foul behind the catcher, and now down 1-2. Sigmeyer over there on first base drew a walk just a moment ago. That pitch is a called strike 3. And Palatine picks up her second strikeout. Both of her strikeouts have been looking, by the way, so probably doing a good job of working the edges. And now here's Kubek, the pitcher, who has 5 strikeouts in a row to her name, pitching for the Stingrays. That first pitch taken for a strike. Sigmeyer still stranded over there on first base as Kubek grounds that one foul off to the left side. Probably about 6 inches wide of the foul line. So Kubek going to reset things here. She's down 0-2 in the count. Palatine coming off a strikeout looking. See if she tries to work the edge here again. And she does. Another strikeout. Snap throw to first base, not in time. But strike 3 looking, and that's 2 strikeouts in a row for the Homer Heat pitcher, Palatine. Sigmeyer, as you see, still over there at first. And let's see who Palatine brings to the plate. It's number 25, Skylar Spidali. Boy, Skylar, I should have checked. I hope I'm saying your name right. This is actually the leadoff hitter for the Stingrays. So they've been through the order once. It looks like they only have 9 hitters in the lineup, which could be all the players that they have, as that one is tapped foul to the left side, or the Stingrays could be just batting a straight 9 and maybe have a couple of subs on the bench. So Sigmeyer retreats. And we'll just say Skylar. How about that? That way she won't get mad if I'm saying her last name incorrectly. So Skylar, 0-2. Palatine's delivery low. Stolen base attempt. Throw gets out into center field, but is quickly backed up by the Homer Heat center fielder. And that keeps Sigmeyer over at second base. So a runner in scoring position, 1-2 count, 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. That one is lifted off to the right side. Will it drop in? It does, just beyond first base, and the second baseman has trouble handling it. She throws home right to the catcher, but that is going to plate another run in Sigmeyer for the Palatine Stingrays. So 2-0 the lead, as Skylar works that one in just beyond and between first and second base, I guess I should say, the fielders anyway. So I'm going to give her a hit on that. Next pitch is taken for, looks like a ball and a quick snap throw. I love those back picks, especially when you've got a catcher out there that has a good, strong, quick arm, not afraid to throw it, as that one is lifted out to center field and right into the center fielder's glove it goes, but not before the Palatine Stingrays tack another run on, and they now are leading by a score of 2-0. Elimination Saturday night, 2 elimination games on Saturday night as we make our way into the top part of the third inning. Whoever wins this game will survive and make their way into Elimination Sunday tomorrow right here from Judson University. All the teams that have been out here at the ballpark have done a great job of providing their own entertainment. It's kind of cool. You get these Bluetooth speakers kind of battling with each other, and I gotta say, I like some of the music selection that I've heard this weekend. We actually talk about that in the dugout sometimes. We'll say, hey, this other team's playlist is on point. And with the emergence of the Ballpark DJ app, you get a lot of really cool walk-up songs and players' names from professional PA announcers. So one of those things that has kind of come on strong here in the last couple of years, which is pretty cool. Kubek's been rolling out there for the Stingrays. She's got 5 strikeouts in a row. Struck out the side the last inning. And she's got 3 strikeouts swinging, 2 strikeouts looking. As that ball goes down to second base, and looks like the looks like the Stingrays have a little tradition of just kind of laying in the dirt when that throw to second base goes down. And who knows why? Maybe one of them took one off the chops maybe in a half inning, and they just get out of the way now. All right, here we go. Homer Heat, leadoff hitter. Looks like that's going to be number 14, CC Gregas. Her favorite movie is Pitch Perfect. She wants to be a travel nurse. That's cool. I bet you she knows somebody in her family that is a travel nurse. So Gregas here. 1-1. Again, Kubek, 5 strikeouts in a row for the Stingrays, as that one is up and in. Could be a pitch by design. Back the hitter off the plate, move the eyeballs a little bit, see if it opens up the outside corner. We'll see what the catcher decides to put down here. Looks like she's going to sit middle, so maybe an off-speed pitch, as that one is chopped foul to the right side. Count evens up at 2-2. Just softball going on out here at Judson University. A full day of baseball has been played. And they'll be back at it again tomorrow. There you go. Get a chance to see some of the batting cages that are getting finished up. Strike 3. That's 6 in a row. My Lord. Courtney Kubek is racking up the strikeouts. Her mother used to be a teacher at the school that I teach at, South Elgin High School. Has moved on to a different position elsewhere. And I get to see updates on Facebook all the time on how she's doing with her lessons and milestones and things that take place. Leanna Young now hitting for the Heat. Next one on the way is lifted to second base, hauled in and caught for the second out of the inning. So Leanna Young flies out, but that breaks up the string of strikeouts for Kubek. Anything to upset the timing and get her out of rhythm would be good for the Homer Heat. But Kubek has been rolling along in the navy blue and red jerseys there that the Stingrays wear from Palatine. Hannah Farley now hitting for the Homer Heat. Her favorite movie is Home Alone. It's a good one. Might be overplayed a little bit, though, at the holidays, but I'm with you. I like that one. Swing and a miss by Farley. Says she wants to be an ortho. So, orthopedics? I know one of my assistant coaches could use some of that. Trip down his stairs, watching one of his kids count money at the bottom of the stairs, and as so many of us, as some of us reach middle age, you get those injuries, and it sounds like you rip some Velcro somewhere on your person. So perhaps Farley will be working on you someday, Coach Matt, as she's got an 0-2 count at home plate. Kubek looking for strikeout number 7. Delivery on the way. That one has popped up on the infield. Catcher gives chase, and she hauls it in. And that is going to flip things over to the bottom part of the third inning. The Palatine Stingrays have that 2-0 lead on what is the final game on Elimination Saturday here from Judson University. It is the Huntley Red Raider 12U B-level I invite. leading off for the Stingrays and chopping that one to third base, but thrown out in time is 23, Kate Cartwright. That was her second trip. Score at 5-3. And that's going to bring Tipton up here, who reached on an error last time. That one is blasted, lifted way up high in center field underneath it. And making the two-handed catch is the Heat center fielder. And quickly, we've got 2 outs in the half inning. That one was launched out there. Not so much lateral distance, but definitely up there in the air vertically. Next pitch on the way by Palatine is good for a strike. Melton, her first trip, walked. Get a chance to see Palatine there. Coach Melton for the Stingrays in the background. Next pitch a little bit low, taken for a ball. 1-1 your count. That one up and in. That's going to possibly open up the outer part of the plate as the count goes to 2-1. Doesn't look like there's anybody at the game if you look at that shot, but if we get a shot up on the hill that's behind us, as that one is lifted foul almost into the grass and left. There it is right there. That's where everybody's hiding. It's a nice hill. You can see the whole field. You can see one, like I was saying, the kind of that classic, you know, architecture there by one of the campus buildings. Got the pillars, and as that one is grounded to third right through the legs with some funny kind of a spin there, and reaching on an error is going to be Melton. And she's been up twice, folks. She's been aboard twice. And that's going to bring Demos up. Demos struck out last time. Gianna says she's going to be a meteorologist. That's she must like science. As that pitch is just off the outside corner, taken for a ball. Have a former student who's at the University of Missouri right now, who is into his grad work program and is going to be a weatherman. Weather person. He's already on the air down there at KOMU doing weather reports, practicing his craft. He's got a whole bunch of one-liners too, weather one-liners. I said, keep writing those down, buddy. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
I'm not 100% sure what it was.
Swing and a miss by Demos. And she is down on strikes, and that's going to be the 3rd out of the inning.
I turned off one of these.
All right, back we are here as we are just kind of working our way through some of the audio crackles that you might have been hearing. Production truck has been going nonstop here since 8 o'clock in the morning, so getting into the 10, 11 hour range running nonstop. A lot of the equipment in the truck is starting to get hot. As things cool down weather-wise here at Judson University, it'll be a high of 60 degrees tomorrow, which if this was March or April, we'd be ecstatic, but it's like getting to be the middle of June here. Give us that hot. Give us that hot. Kubek has been throwing a dandy. He's got 6 strikeouts. You hear in the background there, her coach telling her to continue to be tough. And she has been tough to hit off here so far in this one. This is Palatine here, who took one off the helmet. Thought it might have went off the bat, but the umpire is closer and heard it. So Palatine is going to reach. as the courtesy runner comes out for her. And that's going to give us a chance to see Juliana Denton for the first time here, as that first pitch is a strike. Runner on first base is Palatine, as she was hit by a pitch and then replaced, well, not replaced, but has a courtesy runner out there for her. And doing the running is Hannah Farley, who was the last batted out of the previous inning. And that's the way it's supposed to work for courtesy runners. Ooh, showed bunt. Didn't bring it back in time, and it is a called strike. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kubek looking for strikeout number 7. Lefty collects, eyes the target, lets it go. Swing and a miss. That is strikeout number 7 for Kubek. She is having an evening. I'm going to suggest that she gets taken out for ice cream on the way home. 7 strikeouts, why not? Keeps Farley over there on first base, who you get a chance to see right there. And this is leadoff hitter Mahoney, as she grounds that one through the left side. She got wheels to make it. She's thrown out 6-3. And a nice defensive effort there by the Stingray defense. 2-hitter Gray now, who struck out her first time and started that string of 6 consecutive strikeouts by Courtney Kubek. See where Courtney is going to go to high school. I'm sure a lot of these girls will run into each other in high school. Courtney's going to go into Fremd High School. In fact, this whole roster is basically 4 Palatine Stingrays. Palatine, Fremd, 1 player going to Elk Grove High School. That was J.J. Wirtz. So, pretty local collection of players there. Only 3 different high schools. 0-1 the count after the foul ball. Who said Gray struck out her last time. That one is wrapped pretty hard out into right field, but right to the right fielder. And that is going to end the threat and the inning there, as Gray gets underneath it a bit, lifts it out to right field for the 3rd out of the inning. So moving right along here, it's a low-scoring affair. Stingrays have that 2-0 lead. And they scored in consecutive innings in the first and second inning. Look at that lonely pitcher circle there with that lonely softball about to get picked up there by 77 Palatine. Our director's starting to get artsy over there in the truck. Could be the heat in there. I think it's probably 90 degrees in there. I know we've got a thermometer in there, and it's, even though there's air conditioning in that production truck, it doesn't cool things off. That equipment runs hot, hot, hot. And with a little break in the action here at the half inning, it's going to be a chance to tell you about one of our season sponsors, Rosen Hyundai of Algonquin and Genesis of Algonquin. If you're looking for brand new or certified pre-owned, it's Rosen Express online buying made simple. Go to rosenhyundai.com and genesisofalgonquin.com. Sigmeyer leading things off for Palatine as she lifts that one just between third and home. And she's going to get another crack at it. Sigmeyer reached and scored on a walk her last time up. As we start to get towards the end of the Stingray batting order here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 3.5 innings in the books, as a nice off-speed pitch is taken just off the edge for a strike. Palatine, good job of pulling the string on that one. You see the side view there. She delivers strike 3. Sigmeyer. And Palatine has got 5 strikeouts of her own. So she is also having a pretty good day in the circle. As Moser's up now, who struck out looking her last time. First pitch is taken just out of the zone for a ball. So 1-0 your count. Next pitch on the way. That one is lifted just foul, right in the middle of a trio of Homer Heat players crashing in for that one. This is game number 3 for both of these teams. Last Sunday, our team, the Huntley Red Raiders, our 12U team, we ended up playing, was it 4 games in one day, I think? 5 games in one. See, I still got PTSD from it. We played 5 games in one day, as that one is grounded 4-3 for the second out in the inning, and Mosier is retired. Yeah, 5 games in one day. Hour 15 time limit, I think we were on, or hour 10. But that's a long day. Kubek up there now. She takes the first pitch low for a ball. Kubek struck out looking her last time up. Next pitch on the way, out in front of that one. Change of pace there. 1-1 the count. 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th inning. Thanks for watching wherever you might be in the world on this tape delay broadcast on YouTube. That one hit sharply through the left side. A nice single there by Kubek. So they'll probably get a courtesy runner out there for her. So your last batted out, it looks like Mosier is going to come right back in. Let Courtney go in the dugout and take a breather as she gets prepared to head out for another inning of pitching. All right, here's Skylar Spadali. She had a single her last time up through the right side. This is the leadoff hitter for the Stingrays, so this is her 3rd at bat of the game. Palatine kicks and fires. That pitch inside, backs Skylar off the plate a little bit. And that's our courtesy runner out there for Kubek, who reached on a sharp single through the left side just a second ago. Snap throw to first base. And it is not in time. Talking earlier in the broadcast here about how those back picks, as that one is fouled just off the glove of the Homer Heat catcher. Nice diving play there. I think that's Severs that's catching. But how as this game speeds up as these girls get older, how back picks and everything just gets a lot quicker. And it's a small diamond, 60-foot bases. These girls are throwing from 40 feet. As that is strike 3, looking right on the outside corner. And Skylar goes down as the 3rd out in the inning. But that is the 6th strikeout for Palatine. So she's just one behind Courtney Kubek, who's got 7 strikeouts on the other side of the field there. So the Meltons are talking things over there. Father and daughter, coach and player. As we're switching things up here, you can see some of the girls resting on the bench there for the Homer Heat. Again, it's been a long day. It's getting in the neighborhood of close to 12 hours, depending on what time those girls had to leave home. And with some of the high schools that I've been reading off that they're headed to, the likes of Lockport and Lincoln Way West and Lamont High School, there's some girls that have, some families that have traveled a great distance here. So thanks to Coach Matthews, Severs, and Gray for getting the team into our little 8-team tournament. We've got teams from all over the place that have participated this year. Homer Heat, Palatine Stingrays, CTW out by us, and Crystal Lake Woodstock area. Of course, the Huntley team, the Melrose Park Devils, who are out here today. Grays Lake Pride is another one. So you probably saw all the graphics, all the logos that were in the open. And back at it as Melton throws it to Kubek to get things going again. And that is going to bring up number 29, Leah Burnt, to lead things off. She was a strikeout victim looking last time up as Kubek fires the first one in there for a ball. And here's Kubek again. Works off the right side of the rubber as that one is chopped foul off to the right side. A little bit of the crowd noise, people behind the microphones. Again, a throng of people up on the hill. I got to thank these two ladies that have been sitting behind the backstop here. They've been here all day. Well, at least for this game anyway, as that one is fouled straight back. Hats off to our umpire who's been working out here all day. He'll pick up a partner tomorrow for elimination games. Other field location for us is just about 10 minutes away, closer towards the northeast side of Elgin. As that pitch is taken for a ball and evens the count at 2-2. Again, Burnt up for her second time. She's the 3-hitter in the lineup for the Homer Heat. Just off the edge. Like how the catcher tried to sell that one a little bit. Did a good job of going out there and kind of pulling it back towards her and trying to maintain the frame on the outside edge. Next one on the way. That one is taken high, ball 4. It's about letter high. I won't disagree with that. So the Heat have something going here with the leadoff hitter reaching on a walk. Not sure if Kubek has pitched earlier in the day, but you got to start thinking about that. If she pitched 4, 5, 6 hours ago and she's back out there again, which is certainly possible in softball, that one is lifted high in the air off to the first base side and caught by the second baseman for the Stingrays. But sometimes it's not arm fatigue so much as it's just body fatigue, right? Yeah, that was Skyler that made that catch. Plays second base. So Severs flies out F4 for the first out in the half inning, and that's going to bring Matthews to the plate. Matthews takes a ball high. The Heat looking to get some base runners aboard and see if they can get something going. It's only a 2-run lead by the Stingrays. Pretty dominant performance by Kubek with the 7 strikeouts as Matthews swings through that one. Matthews struck out looking her first time up. That was back in the second inning. Next one on the way by Kubek. Nice fastball on the outside corner. Just doing a great job of working the edge there on that pitch. Hear the fans. One more, Courtney. This would be strikeout number 8. That one's just off the edge again. Two and two the count. Kubek with the next delivery. That one is low and away. 3-2 the count. And one out here, full count. This has been the first threat by the Heat, as that one is lifted foul off to the right side. You heard it bang into the fence there next to one of our cameras. That's Courtney's family right there in the background there. So they're sitting at the bottom of the hill, where we keep showing you that throng of fans up at the top of the hill. Next one on the way. That one is fouled off, kind of fisted over here towards the backstop. Sigmeyer and Kubek there. Long day for these girls, but they're used to it. A lot of these teams practice, 10, 11, some even 12 months out of the year, depending. A lot of lessons. It's a lot of miles on the family car as Kubek walks Matthews. So the second walk of the inning, and now we've got runners at first and second with the 5-hitter, Barber, now up, who struck out swinging back in the second inning. So you see Burnt in the foreground there. Kubek pitching. Oh, as that one is up and in off the helmet, and now the bases are loaded. The plot thickens here. It's a second hit by pitch for Kubek. And it'd be interesting to see if Coach Melton is going to take a visit to talk things over with Courtney. No, it looks like he's going to let her get into that rhythm again. Let her work some tempo as Grigas is up. And that one, Kubek throws a good fastball right by Grigas. Matthews at second. Burnt over at third. and Barber at first. Another good strike there. Maybe took a little something off, working the outer edge. 0-2 ahead. I'd anticipate something maybe up and out of the zone. Try to get that hard fastball up into the eyes. Hard for hitters to hold back on that. See what Gregus does here. There it was, that high fastball. Catcher's smiling. She's like, hey, Courtney, that's what we wanted. But she didn't bite. Or maybe it was just kind of the funny spin that came off her hands. Maybe something didn't work exactly the way it should. At any rate, 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's a nice strike right there. Middle away. And Gregus goes down as the second out in the inning. Meanwhile, Courtney Kubek has picked up her 8th strikeout of the evening. Now here's Young. Flew out to second base her last time up. There's one wrapped out into right field. That one's going to get down for a hit. 1 run is in. 2 runs are in. Folks, we got a tie game here at Judson University. A nice 2 RBI single by number 18, Leanna Young. How about that? So Burnt comes in, as does Matthews. That sends Barber all the way over to third. And the 2 RBI single by Young has tied this game up in the top part of the 5th inning. Farley now swings and misses. She popped out back to the catcher her last time up. That was back in the 3rd inning. 0-1 the count. And we've got a shoe tying situation over at first base, as often happens out here. And that's Young. Maybe she was tore off so fast out of the batter's box, she loosened up one of the laces. 1st and 3rd situation here. Be interesting to see what Homer Heat does here. Are they going to send their runner? Maybe a delayed steal situation. Try to somehow get that lead run in with 2 outs. Next pitch on the way. That one is popped up right side. Schuyler underneath it. Makes the catch. So score that F4 for the 3rd out. But we've got a tie game. It's pretty exciting. We had a really exciting game, the one before this. The CTW team scored 7 runs with 2 outs and ended up winning by a final score of 7-4. It was kind of a shocker there. There was a lot of in-between hits. Everything they hit just kind of came out and went. So I think some discussion now on whether or not there might have been a foul ball or a hit by pitch potentially for Barber up there. But umpire is headed over to the dugout. They're talking it over. And again, if you have the benefit of watching this game later on YouTube, you know what the real outcome is, and hopefully the way the umpire saw it was the way it was. So, hey, let me tell you about one of our other friends, Tom the Plumber. It's a family-owned and operated company committed to providing plumbing service and installations of the highest quality and craftsmanship. Tom the Plumber, honest and affordable. Visit Tom online at tomtheplumber.inc.com. It's got to have that ink on the end. You don't want a phantom Tom the Plumber. You want the real thing. So, but we thank Tom for being aboard. He's been with us for about 5 or 6 years sponsorship-wise. All right, and away we go. Tie ball game as that one is fouled just back to the backstop. This is J.J. Wirtz hitting now. JJ has written down that she would like to be an author when she gets older, so I wonder what genre she wants to work in. As Ballantyne delivers that one, it's hit off to second base. Can we pick up the funny roll? No. And that is going to go down as an infield single for Wirtz. That's her 2nd single of the game. She's 2 for 3 now. Had kind of a swinging bunt her first trip up there. But right away, the Stingrays are in business. Here's Cartwright, grounded out 5-3 last time, 3rd to 1st. First pitch is taken for a strike, 0-1 the count. J.J. Wirtz over there at first base would be the go-ahead run, as that one is taken a little bit low and away. Like how the catcher and pitcher are both super alert as to what that runner over on first base is doing. Palatine gets in there as that one is swatted out to left field. Will it fall? It doesn't. Shortstop gets it. Going to try to double off the runner all the way at first. Made a good throw. The first baseman had to come off the bag just a little bit, but that was a pretty good effort there by the Homer Heat shortstop, who hauled that one in, and there's one out as we've got Tipton up. Tipton reached on an error back in the first inning and flew out to center field as she swings through that one. That fly out to center field her last time up. Next pitch on the way by Palatine. That one's in the dirt. Alert base running. Throw down to second base. Safe. Just under the tag is J.J. Wirtz. As she says, give me time out here, huh? So the speedy number 4 slides in. She's now in scoring position. Bottom of the 5th inning. Homer Heat tied this game up just a few moments ago on a 2 RBI single by Young. Two balls, 1 strike. Tipton swings and fouls that one straight back. Now a 2-2 count at home plate. As Palatine having a little bit of a problem picking up the ball there. As you see, she's kind of smiling. She tried to pick it up with her glove, missed. Then her bare hand missed. But 3 was a charm. Next one. Fastball inside for a ball. Wirtz chased back to second base as both shortstop and the second baseman for the Heat are crisscrossing there, trying to guard against the potential overthrow. Next one is swung right through. Fake snap throw. Strike 3 as Tipton goes down, and that's the second out in the inning. And that's going to bring Melton to the plate. Melton has reached twice, once on a walk, once on an error at third base. She's the 5 hitter in the lineup for the Stingrays as that pitch is off the outer edge for a ball. Ahead in the count is Melton with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Next pitch on the way. That one is wrapped foul off to the left side. And the count evens up at 1-1 as Wirtz has got to return back there to second base. Just beyond those trees that you saw in that shot by Wirtz is the Fox River. That one is swung through and a nice pitch on the outside corner. So Melton is down 1 ball and 2 strikes with a runner in scoring position. Coach Chris, Dad, giving some encouragement from third base. Next one is wrapped right up the middle off the pitcher's glove into the hands of the shortstop, firing over to first, and she is out. That is a great play there by the Homer Heat shortstop as it hit the glove of the pitcher and then caromed over to shortstop. And we've still got that tie game as Melton goes down 6-3. How about that? Pitching and defense. A lot of times it comes down to that, more often than not, actually. So here we are, tie game. We're going to go to the top of the 6th inning. Elimination Saturday night. See who lives to see one more day here at Judson University and how the championship bracket is going to shape up.
Why call Custom Heating and Cooling? Custom's employees are always staying up to date with training on the latest technology, with 5-star reviews on Google, Yelp, and Facebook. A business of Elgin, from Elgin, and for Elgin. Custom Heating and Cooling, trained, reliable, trustworthy.
Top of the sixth inning back here at Judson University for the I-90 Invite, hosted by the Huntley Red Raiders and sponsored by Custom Heating and Cooling you see up there in the upper left-hand corner. Kubek has gone the distance so far here for the Stingrays. That first pitch is fouled and lined off to the right side. Kubek's got 8 strikeouts in this one, had a string of 6 in a row. But since has been pitching a little bit more to contact or the heat, or just kind of figuring things out as they are now into their third trip through the lineup. That pitch by Kubek had Palatine out front, 0-2 the count. Got to thank Judson University head softball coach Laura Starkey for all of her help this weekend. Of course, baseball coach Eddie Acosta has been around. He's got his baseball field just rocking and rolling all weekend. Athletic director Rick Williams and Austin Anderson, our sports information director here at Judson University. We come out and do basketball games with the high school production crew as the count evens up at 2-2. And spend some time down here at Judson University. We did a baseball game back in April and ran about 3,000 feet of cable as that one is laced out to right center. It's going to drop in for a single, get past the right fielder. Palatine on the gallop, looking at her coach, and is going to pull up at second base with a leadoff double. 77, Palatine has reached twice here this evening. First time up, hit by a pitch. Second time, a ringing double out there to right center. And that's going to bring up a courtesy runner in Farley, who was the last batted out. Things getting interesting here. Top of the sixth inning in an elimination game. Leadoff hitter aboard at second base. Denton, who struck out last time, now hitting. She swings through that one. Denton, the 11 hitter in the lineup. That's going to bring up the top of the lineup here with Mahoney here as a bunt attempt is lifted in the air, giving chase off the glove, almost hauled in there. But at any rate, the count goes down to 0-2. Heat trying to bunt over. Cartwright nearly came up with that one. As you can see, she's disappointed she wasn't able to corral that one. Quickly throws down the signs, and Kubek likes to work quick, going off the outer edge. Can she hit a spot again? She does. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that is strikeout number 9 for Kubek. It's going to bring it back to the top of the order. Mahoney is up, has grounded out twice. Leadoff double from Palatine, and Farley running for her out at second base. You can see her in the foreground. Pitch on the way. That one is fouled straight back. Sam Mahoney wants to be a lawyer in the future and says her favorite movie, Rapunzel. And look at that, she's got pretty long hair. Next pitch on the way by Kubek. That one again is fouled straight back. A little bit higher up the backstop that time. So Kubek in control, 0-2. Doesn't want to make a mistake with a runner in scoring position in Farley, who's running for Palatine, who's out there at second base. There's Mahoney. Kubek going to work off the outer edge again. That one is swung on, fouled off again. If it wasn't for that screen, we would have had a chance to catch it up here in the press box. This broadcast being put together by Beacon Academy, a collection of magnet school students from South Elgin High School who are all out here working for free and are almost in, some of them, into their 12th hour of video production here from Judson University. Next pitch on the way. Mahoney, that one's going to kick fire. That's a fair ball. Here's Farley on the gallop, coming from third, home. The throw on the way. She slides in, almost slides in, rather. And that's the go-ahead run by the Homer Heat. How about that? Mahoney. Boy, she got kind of a weird hop as that kicked off the line and then hit the glove of the Palatine Stingray first baseman. Just a funny kind of a hop, but one of those that will occasionally happen in this game. As Gray is up there now, pitch is outside, taken for a ball. 3-2. Man, what a game this is. Homer Heat has fought back in this one, tied it up last inning, and now the go-ahead run in this inning. Pitch on the way by Kubek, up and out of the zone. Mahoney with a pretty healthy lead off of second base. You can see her right there in the bottom part of the screen. Been a great pitching effort by Kubek. 9 strikeouts in this one. Palatine on the other side of things, I think we said has 8. Let me tally those up. She has 7 strikeouts. So 16 strikeouts between both of these fine pitchers out here. One right-handed, one left-handed. Kubek, of course, the lefty. Lets that one go. Nice pitch on the outside corner, knee high. There's Mahoney, the leadoff hitter for the Heat. Probably can run pretty well, as Gray is ahead 3-1. Tries to move her along. Pitch on the way, ducks underneath, it's high, and a walk issued there by Kubek. Now you gotta wonder if fatigue is coming into play. First of all, it's the 6th inning. She might have thrown earlier in the day, not sure. And again, not always the arm, just the body in general. Legs, the trunk, the power plant for what it takes to deliver. Bunt attempt, she pulls back, and oh no, she did not pull back. That was a late strike call there by the umpire, probably on pitch location. So 0-1 the count. This is Burnt, who walked her last time. She's got a walk and a strikeout here tonight, as that pitch is taken letter high. And a 1-1 count. Kubek kicks and fires. Nice fastball there as Burnt swings through it. Kubek ahead in the count again, 1-2. She likes to work the edge in these situations here. Yep, you see Cartwright move over and see if she catches part of the corner. A little bit high, it looked like, a little bit high. Cartwright there, a little disappointed with that. 2-2 the count, 1 out. Top of the 6th inning. Homer Heat coming back in this one, has taken the lead. There's a strike on the outside corner as Kubek spots it up for the 2nd out. And that's strikeout number 10 for her, folks. And that's going to bring Sievers to the plate for the Homer Heat. They sure could use another run. Mahoney has been stranded out there at second base. Lonely out there at second base. Swung on and missed. Good healthy hack by Sievers. Struck out her first at bat, flew out to second base. Her 2nd at bat. This is her 3rd trip. So see if there's any adjustments to be made. Next pitch, that one is popped up in the air on the infield. Kubek calls for it, takes it herself, and that's the 3rd out of the inning, but not before the Homer Heat put one more run on the board, and they take a 3-2 lead headed into the bottom of the 6th inning. This has got to be getting close to running out of time here. Might be the last at bat of the game as the umpire is checking the clock with Coach Melton. You get a chance to see the tree line. Again, behind that tree line is the Fox River, and then you see our gigantic, well, not gigantic, but our production truck over there. Looks like something you might buy like corn dogs or elephant ears out of, but believe me, that thing is packed full of hardworking students and some really nice equipment that it takes to produce these games. We apologize for not being live. The internet kind of bit the dust here for whatever reason at the softball field, and we basically melted our hotspot to the countertop in there as we logged 50 gigabytes of data over the course of I don't know what we said, 3 or 4 games maybe. So this is where we're at. Glad that you're watching here the replay. If you were a player in this game, good job today. Long day. And Palatine out there for the Heat. Can she put away the Stingrays? First hitter for Palatine is Demos. Demos has struck out twice so far today, as the next one is lifted out towards second. Funny spin, look out. Does Demos make it? She does. She legs that one out. Those little fly balls are tricky. If you don't come at it roaring to make that catch, if it hits the dirt, depending on how that was struck with the bat, that thing could kick forward, left, right, could have backspin. But how about that? It's got to be a bunt situation, you'd think, here as Sigmeyer. Oh, no. Hits a hard foul ball off to the left side. Okay. So the Stingrays in it to win it. Forget about trying to tie it up as Demos reached on kind of a weird infield single. Sigmeyer has walked and struck out. Nice pitch just off the corner. Snap throw, catcher to first. She is safe over there at first. 1-1 the count. Sigmeyer wraps that one. Look out. All the way out to left. What a great catch made. Those are tough fly balls coming off the bat of a left-handed hitter. You kind of get this weird banana spin that, looking at it from where we're at, it was sort of curling towards the, hooking rather, towards the line in left field. As the left fielder sees it come, it's going away from her to her throwing side, but she did a great job tracking that one down. Next pitch is fouled off and chopped to the right side. Gonna see if I can figure out who's playing left field for the Homer Heat. My goodness, that was a nice running catch on a tough spinning ball too. 1 out. Demo still on first. Next pitch by Palatine is fouled off back to the backstop. And this is Moser, Taylor Moser. Her favorite movie is Elf. We've seen some Christmas movies in here. We've seen Home Alone earlier today. I see Elf here. Let's see if I see any more Christmas movies. I don't think I have. Next one, a nice change of pace. Boy, a swinging bunt right out in front of first base. Pitcher and catcher kind of fighting over. Throw to first, gets away. Demos is at second, making her way to third. And Moser is going to end up on second with, boy, I guess you'd call it a swinging kind of a bunt. Both pitcher and catcher charged for that one. It looked like they were kind of trying to figure out who was going to take control and get that ball. Ultimately, the throw was late. It got away from first base. Demos made it all the way first to third, and Moser wisely gets all the way to second base. Wow, just when you think you know, this game does some funny things. And after a long day, see Coach out there talking to the girls, letting them know what kind of a situation they're looking at here. Probably telling them, hey, a ground ball on the infield, we're coming home. Forget about trying to get that out at first base. We're going to protect our lead. They do have 1 run to give, but Moser out there on second base, who sort of took advantage of things there, as that one has popped up just up and over the backstop right near us. Palatine has pitched a really good game here, has a slew of strikeouts to her name, has only given up 2 runs. And here we are in the bottom of the 6th. Next one on the way. That one has popped up towards the first base side. Do we get a catch? We do. 2 outs now. Wow. And let's see how things are going to end up here. I think that was Kubek that popped out. And that's going to bring the leadoff hitter, Spedal. Should probably listen to the ballpark DJ and see if I can figure out how to say that. So, Skylar, I apologize if I've been butchering your name all day. She is 1 for 3 with a single. That one hit out to center field sharply, right to the center fielder. And the Homer Heat, depending on what our time is here, they may have rallied and come back with a nice victory here at Judson University. Oh, it looks like we've got more game to play. It's an 80-minute time limit now, and sometimes that 5 extra minutes comes into play. Shoot, we had a game earlier this year. It came down to 92 seconds left, and we recorded the final out, and we were able to play another inning, and we able to hang on and get a win. So we're going to go here to the top of the 7th inning. Boy, the Homer Heat, they are looking to hopefully tack on another one. You can see the pace that these girls are coming out of the dugout. It's been a long day, folks, and it started off pretty muggy. Then it went from that to just hot, and now things are cooling off a little bit. As you got a chance to see Sigmeyer coming back towards the towards the camera there, but pretty good barreled up pitch there as you see the fielders getting out of the way, as is tradition. All right, leading off for the Homer Heat, number 21, Matthews, as Kubek delivers a nice hard strike. 10 strikeouts for Courtney Kubek here. Stingrays chasing one. Homer Heat would love to put another 1 or 2 on the board for a little insurance, as that one is lined off to the right side. Foul! About 3 feet wide of the line. You might have lost it just out of your view on screen there, but that ball is retrieved. 0-2 the count. Kubek in command. Matthews is 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk. Next pitch on the way, taken up and away. Kubek does like to work that corner. That throw went a little wide there by Cartwright. As I said, fatigue could be coming into play. Perhaps the one good thing that's going on with the cloud cover is things have cooled off here quite a bit. I'd say at least 10 degrees. Next one is popped up to right field, and underneath, making the grab for the out, is the Stingray right fielder. So Matthews goes down, F9 for the first out in the half inning. That's going to bring Barber up. Barber is 0 for 1, was hit by a pitch last time. Ooh. Nice hard fastball up and in, just skimmed off the barrel. And Cartwright was able to hang on to that one. She's kind of got a smile on her face there. We buzzed the tower, and it worked. I think she might be thinking. Next pitch on the way. That one is fouled straight back towards us. Oh, and 2 the count. Kubek looking for strikeout number 11. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. That's number 11. Good job there by Courtney Kubek. 11 punch-outs in this one. She's kept her team in it. Homer Heat came from behind and scored that ever-important run, the go-ahead run, after tying it up. Here's Gregus. Gregus is 0 for 2. She struck out a couple of times, so her third trip here, see if there's any adjustments she can make and try to maybe get something going with 2 outs. We saw a really good comeback in the game before this. CTW came back. They were down 4-0. Then went down quickly with 2 outs. First 2 hitters in their half of the inning went down with 2 outs, and then they continued to rattle off 7 runs. As that one is wrapped to the right side, just foul. Boy, within a foot or so. But anyway, CTW, they put 7 runs on the board. And they came back and kind of just snuck up and won that one. And everything they hit seemed to drop in between. On the infield, just on the edge of the outfield, kind of some shallow, like low-flying line drives. Kubek with the next pitch is up for a ball. But they came back, and that just, hey, lesson for everybody that plays this game. It ain't over till it's over, even if you're down to your last out. Boy, CTW sure did a good job illustrating that, as that one is taken low and away. Just with this field, smaller than a baseball field, 60-foot base paths, with the quickness and the pace of the game, boy, chaos can take place out there. Swing and a miss. That's another strikeout for Courtney Kubek. Make sure I have my math right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 strikeouts for the Palatine Stingray lefty. I think Coach Melton's probably saying, hey, Courtney has thrown a really good game for us here, girls. We need to get somebody on. We need to get somebody in. Gives us another chance to tell you about one of our season sponsors, the Bear Family, supporters of our community since 1967. Stop by one of their 30 McDonald's restaurants today. In fact, it's over 35 restaurants. Audio's cutting in and out again, guys. I've lost power. Audio's cutting in and out. Bottom of the 7th inning is upon us here. What an exciting game in this elimination game. These girls have been at it for some of them upwards of 12 hours, playing their 3rd game of the day. Palatine has limited the Stingrays to a 2-run lead, and see if the Homer Heat can hang on and win this one. As J.J. Wirtz coming up now. She's been on base. I've got her for being on base 3 times here. She's got the first time up kind of a swinging bunt. 3rd time up, a nice single through the right side. Uh-oh, that pitch in the dirt is going to hit Wirtz, and exactly what the Heat didn't want to do just happened. So now you've got Wirtz on via hit by pitch. Cartwright, the catcher, is going to be up next. Now, her job, you'd think, would be to get that runner over. As that one is wrapped through a single through the left side, the first 2 runners are on for the Stingrays, and they are in business. Wow, here we go. Nice sharp single through the left side by Cartwright. And now Tipton is up. Tipton reached on an error, flew out to center, and struck out swinging her last trip. Palatine with the pitch. Big swing and a miss. Why not? Air it out. Runner in scoring position. Ahead in the count. Big swing. Looking for big results. Next one, another big swing by Tipton there. Coach Melton say, hey, shorten up a little bit. We need you to put something in play. Thinking about middle right of the field. Try to move those runners. Palatine with the pitch. That one is hit out to center field. Underneath, making the catch, and back on the field. Homer Heat, it's that center fielder again. Made a great, or has made has made all the routine plays, let's put it that way. It was her counterpart in left field that made a really nice running grab towards the left field line here just a little while ago. So Tipton goes down F8. Melton now, the lefty, up there to hit. She has walked, reached on an error, and grounded out pretty sharply to shortstop on a nice bang-bang play the last time she was up. That one is fouled off, got her out ahead just a little bit. Palatine doing a pretty good job of shuffling the deck pitch-wise, speeding up, slowing down, moving the eyes around. 3-2, bottom of the 7th. Here's Palatine, the pitch. That one is wrapped right down the left field line into the screen, and the count goes to 1-2. Both the first 2 hitters for the Stingray team in this inning reached. Wirtz got on hit by pitch. Cartwright then hit a single, but they haven't been able to move since. Next pitch on the way. That one's up in the air, giving chase for the foul ball, and just out of glove's reach there by the third baseman. That's Burnt, number 29. So we reset again. Last 2 games have been really exciting out here, and they should be. That's the way bracket play should be. Should end kind of with a bang and a flourish. We don't want any blowouts. Next one, Melton wraps it to short. Short going to third, a nice 6-5 on the fielder's choice. FC 6-5, 2 outs now. As Wirtz is retired over there as the lead runner, and that's going to bring up Demos. She struck out twice, but the last time up hit a nice line drive single to the right side. Palatine wastes no time. Next pitch is taken for a strike. She's ahead in the count, 0-1. Sigmeyer would hit next. Next pitch on the way. Palatine switches things up a little bit. Another strike in the outside corner, 0-2. If I'm right with the time, this could be a pitch for the win. As Palatine reaches back, 77, swung on, foul ball. The plot thickens just a little bit more. Bryn Palatine, gonna head to Lincoln Way West someday. Has had a really good game, has limited the Stingrays to just 2 runs. The pitch to Demos. On the way, fouled off again to the right side. They are not going to go down without a fight. Demos, again, a single the last time she was up. That after 2 strikeouts, so she did make an adjustment. So we get a chance to see some of the defensive alignment there. Pretty straight up. Maybe getting off the left field line a little bit. Palatine, next pitch. That one swung through. That's going to score the tying run. Will there be a play at the plate? Here comes the throw. It's a good one, but it's off the plate, and we've got a tie game. Demos has tied it up with another single. How about that? Out there to right center, and she knocks in the run. So a tie game, the winning go-ahead run potentially at third base. If Sigmeyer could make something happen here, she has walked, struck out, and flown out to left field. And with 2 outs, winning run 60 feet away from home plate. It is a big backstop here, folks. It's a college backstop, so anything that gets away from the catcher might not matter. Oh, off the glove and late. And I think it's going to be the winning run there as Sigmeyer hits a little ground ball that Palatine just couldn't quite pick up and get over to first base in time, and that's going to be the game, folks. It is the Palatine Stingrays 4 and the Homer Heat, a hard-fought game. 4-3 is the final. The Stingrays live to see another day. Kubek picks up the win, putting together a 12-strikeout performance. And just like that, the Stingrays are going to head home happy. And the Homer Heat is going to head back home after a long Saturday. We certainly appreciate them coming out to the tournament this year. And hopefully the girls had fun, learned something along the way, and are better softball players as a result of it. So, as we see both teams kind of talk things over, once again, repeating that final score from the Huntley Red Raider I-90 B-level invite at Judson University. We'll see you tomorrow.